Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this how to use texture paste with embossing folders 2, where we're going to use a duo of colours. Now yesterday we used just the one colour with an embossing folder, but maybe you've got an assortment of texture pastes that you want to use, and maybe you want to just take it to the next level. So what we're going to do is I've picked out two colours of texture paste. We're going to use the gold and the geranium, and I'm going to use the Spellbinders embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how to put the texture paste onto the embossing folder. Now it's the same technique as we did with the one yesterday. However, it's also the same technique as when we use the different colours through using with a stencil. So we're going to start off, and I'm going to use the gold texture paste first. So this just looks so scrumptious. I'm going to take a little bit of paste, and I'm simply going to just add it in random areas, and I'm not worrying about where. I'm not worrying about the quantity, and I'm not worried about pushing it into the folder. All I want is to get some of the gold on to the embossing folder and dab it. Okay, and then just scrape a little bit of excess off and just put it in areas. We're not covering it all with the gold. So that's our first colour, and now I can go to the second colour, but most importantly I have to wipe my spatula and wipe the gold away, because I don't contaminate the second pot. Now you'll know I'm using both baby wipes and kitchen towel to do this, to keep them clean and dry between uses. So every time I dip my spatula back in my pot now, I'm going to be wiping the spatula, because every time I take texture paste to the embossing folder it will get contaminated with the gold. So it's fine, but you just remember to keep cleaning it. So the first dip into the pot, I've taken a good selection out, and I'm going to just start by spreading it, and I push it a little bit this time, because the gold is slightly a different texture, but they do work together, and you're going to get a great effect using the two colours. So that's the first line of our embossing folder done. So you're spreading it on and giving it a coating as if you were coating a tea cake for me with butter, nice and thickly. Being a Yorkshire lass, I like butter, not margarine, butter. Margarine's for cooking. So I've cleaned my spatula, and I'm going to go in and get some more texture paste out, and then I'm going to do exactly the same in the next run of the next section, shall we say. Again, I'm going to keep it nice and thickly spread like butter on my crumpet, and just up and down. It's not going to dry straight away, and you're not mixing it in, so you're going to get a nice even marbling from it. And then take some more. You can go as many times as you like, backwards and forwards. I just seem to do it in a system where I'm up and down, and it just works for me. and I press it in and bring it back till it's nice and smooth, covering all those embossed bits like that. It doesn't dry instantly, so you've got time to cover it. For any of you that like to ice a cake, I suppose, and I am presuming because I've never iced a cake, I don't think I have, I'm presuming it's a little bit like that. And I would probably enjoy that because I'm finding this very therapeutic. So we can keep going. Now all week, all the videos that I've been doing, I've been showing you all the processes in real time. I've prepared bits, obviously. I've known what I'm doing for the videos. And I have a little list of things I need to say to make sure that I said about the spatula and it having, you know, a good handle on it for anybody that's got problems. So I always have certain things that I want to sort of remember to say. So I just hope you've enjoyed them. Okay, so we're doing our last section now. And again, bringing it all down. And it looks like I'm stirring in the gold, but I'm not. You'll see when it's dry how it looks. So, just the last section here in this corner. Again, if you think you haven't got enough of, if it's not spread thick like butter, you know when you butter a piece of toast and you've put that much butter on, you can't see the toast underneath it through the butter. That's how you want it. Finally, she gets to a description. So that we can leave now, and we can leave it to dry overnight and then peel it away and it will be perfect. So we can put the lid back on our texture paste to save it because we don't want it to dry out. And if we leave that to dry. So this is our dry duo colour texture paste that we've put in an embossing folder, and we're now going to peel it away. So it's been drying overnight, or as I've previously said, here's one I made earlier. Well, this is one that's been drying, and I'm going to take a non-sharp pointy object and I'm simply going to run it along the edge just to try and lift the edge away from the side of the embossing folder, and then we can start to pull and release it. I was going to say release it from the base of the embossing folder. So keep going all the way around like that and just go slowly. I know you're being patient to see what you've created, but just go kind of slowly so that you don't tear it or rip it if you want it all in one piece. So keep going. There we go. And keep releasing it along the edge. I haven't, now sometimes, you know, obviously I prep things to, the only thing I've done is we've waited overnight for it to dry. So keep going. There. And there we go. Pull that little bit away. Now, because it's mixed media, we're not looking for absolute perfection. So, you know, you might not get a perfect rectangle or square or whatever size of embossing folder that you've used. But that isn't too bad. That looks gorgeous. And for a background, using texture paste with the two colours, that looks fabulous. Really like that. And to think that, you know, we've progressed from just stenciling with texture paste at the beginning of the week, and we've gradually gone from using, you know, a couple of colours with our texture paste, using glitter, micro powders, using an embossing folder, and now using the two colours in the embossing folder, building it up into just, you know, a great week of different techniques with texture paste. So giving you ideas and dispelling myths, etc., that you can do it. You know, don't have it sat on your shelf. Play with it. Do something different. I love the gloss that it's given on this. And this is using the Eyes Ink Geranium and the gold texture paste. So that looks fab. It's, you know, definitely one to try at home. So those are the two pastes that we use for it. So give it a go. Feel free to comment on my blog or on Facebook. I can reply there. I can't reply on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying the mini-series and it's giving you something to think about, and you're thinking, you know what, I could do that. I could actually do that. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I've enjoyed seeing all the different techniques. Or maybe you're thinking, you know what, I'm more advanced than this and I do loads of mixed media, but I've never thought of doing that. So hopefully it's helped somebody somewhere. Feel free to share any of my crafty videos. I always forget to say this, and it's, you know, quite important. Please feel free to share any of my crafty videos. If you think they're going to educate your friends in your craft groups to help how to use the products, you know, that's fine. If you need to contact me for anything, please do so. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow for an advanced texture paste using moulds, and this is our final video. So I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.